tiebreakers in the rules. All right. But yeah, exactly. If you're gonna do something like top damage, then first off, recording all that and tracking that is kind of silly. But second off, you would need to announce that beforehand. So I don't see anything about tiebreakers. We'll see if it comes to it. Point is, who the hell cares for now? We have our first game. So this is a first-round matchup. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Board Battles tournament. Ultimately, a $2,000 prize pool on the line. This is the first of what's going to be 8 qualifiers over the next couple of months here. So how it works, just a quick overview of the format and what we're dealing with. It basically is 64 players sign up. You're randomly put into a group starting with the first round, and then you play 3 rounds in total. Every round you're placed randomly into a group of 7 other people. So it's going to be randomly assigned apparently. Each game, depending on where you finished in the game, you receive a certain amount of points. The point structure is a little funky to kind of remember, but essentially it's rank 1, you get 18 points. If you get second, you get 13 points. Third, you get 10 points. Fourth, you get 8 points. Fifth, you get 6. Sixth, you get 4 points. Seventh, you get 2 points. And then all the way down to 8th place, you actually get no points, which is understandable. So obviously first place, most significant, getting those 18 points, a pretty big deal. At the end of the 3 rounds, it'll be the top 4 players of the 64 that advance on to the grand finals that is going to be taking place apparently in September. Sorry, I had a ding on my phone, just checking it. That'll be taking place in September, and then that's where they'll be competing for the $2,000 prize pool. So there you go. Welcome to the event, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here just simply as a volunteer, casting some of the matches, having some fun, because why not? Already in one. Thanks, though. Let me tweet this out and everything as well. Officially casting some online. What am I tagging here again? Allied. $2,000 prize pool tournament. Come hang out. Obviously, this first couple of rounds, not much to go over, so not stressing it. Cool. All right, I think we're good now. So what do we got? That was round 3. So let's take a look at some items that we're dealing with. Let's take a look at the ranks as well. That's pretty important because, again, they're randomly assigned. So we have Markus, who is a Lord of the Spire. He's the only one in this game currently, but that's, of course, something to look for. We have 5 different big boss players in. We have a boss, and then we have a couple of boss players. I believe those are boss ranks to follow. So, you know, it's understandably it's some higher-ranked players within the game, as you would expect these tournaments. So doesn't necessarily mean that's how we should expect to see it play out, of course, but it's something to keep in mind. As far as the minus goes, the standout ones, of course, the Coordinated Assault, a very powerful item to have early on. In fact, he's running with 2 Rastas and or Shadow Shaman, excuse me. Rasta is his old school name. I'm just used to saying that. As well as a Bat Rider, so certainly has a Troll Synergy going. Tooth and Claw down here for bullet time, pretty good. He has 3 Warriors currently, but we'll see if he can make use of the Tooth and Claw. And then as far as items on characters, we do have Mana Boots. That's the only really standout one of notice. But looking at Markus, his first round, he's setting up to win, it looks like. Up against Bullet Time. Markus has some savage synergy with that 2-star Bat Rider. Bat Rider I've been running a lot more myself, and it feels like on tier lists is considered one of the stronger tier 1 units in the game. And I think it's a mix of individually, Bat Rider does really good damage, works into the Knight synergy, of course, which is arguably one of the more powerful alliances in the game. And then also buffs from the Coordinated Assault, which if you happen to get, whether it's in the first couple of rounds or even at round 10, it's something that Bat Rider will be able to, of course, help you benefit from. So that's why Bat Rider is considered pretty strong. We have several 2-stars coming out on in this game. But again, still not too much to worry about just yet, as Markus also going to get into that Druid synergy. Taking a look at Heartlock. And he's got some troll buff working, the double Shadow Shaman as mentioned earlier. And now Drow in the middle. This is going to be some fast attack speed, man. Because he also has the coordinated assault, so the attack speed is pretty crazy. It's not going to be enough to win this, though. Unfortunately, attack speed is only so good because if you don't do a lot of right-click damage in general, then not really benefiting, I guess, the most from it. And yeah, up against Knights right there, so not surprised. In fact, that was Markus, wasn't it? Yeah, he got crushed by Markus, so losing a good chunk of life early on in the game. Not the most friendly round for him. Markus, all of a sudden, at round 6, is actually going to be the only player that's still at 100 life. You should be at least have a couple, if not more than that. But Markus in the best spot right now, early on, with the Druid and Knights. It's a powerful synergy to have as far as the earlier rounds, at least. But again, from my experience running several of my tournaments myself, for those that may not know, unfortunately yesterday I wasn't able to do it. I didn't get around to doing it. But I have been running what I call the Underlords Open tournaments. I've ran 3 of them so far. I've also ran a King of the Hill style tournament on top of that. Yeah, I do it on my channel. So if you want to either join my Discord by typing !Discord, or just follow me on Twitter, I give information there when I am going to be running said events. Ideally, I am running them every Saturday. Like I said, it's just yesterday I wasn't able to do mine. What's up, Looney Tune? Life's going pretty good. We're having some fun today. Casting some Underlords event. BoardBattles Underlord Tournament. As Markus, he wins another round, so he's going to get his 3 win streak going. Let's give him a yo. A late one, but he deserves it. We got a couple of O3s, so some lost streaks working for Sleepwalker as well as Heart. Whether that's truly intentional or not, I suppose, don't know for sure, but it's Heartlock's in the really most unfortunate spot, because this is the spot that really sucks to be in, where you're 1 and 2, so you don't have the loss streak going, but you're also not doing great either. And your economy is certainly going to hurt for that. So it's, you know, obviously sometimes you can't help it, just determined by the matchups, but it is unfortunate in this round. He this is going to be close. I think he's got to win though. Yeah, he should be able to win this. Alright, so he's built an Omni Knight into the coordinated assault synergy with that Queen of Pain, and it seems like it's certainly stepped up a notch with the potential. Ooh, that's a 2-star Clockwork he's also sitting on now. I mean, we'll see. Is he going to put move it out? Okay, so he gets the 2-star Shadow Shaman, brings out the Clockwork. Bulky unit to have early on. And once again, with the coordinated assault, is going to benefit from the attack speed. Not too bad. Shaw, meanwhile, going to just be 0-4 and continues his loss streak. Has the Soul-Sucking Siphon item. I was actually just playing a game myself with the... I happen to get 2 Soul-Sucking Siphon items, and so I kind of forced myself into Warlocks, and it feels good. The heals that you do is pretty ridiculous. So even with 1, going into Warlocks certainly beneficial. You do see him sitting on a Warlock and a Witch Doctor currently. Not saying that's what he's going to try to push for 100%, but he also does have a Terror Blade with a 2-star Anti-Mage. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any Bedfellows, so I don't know if I guess that'd be an interesting debate whether or not it's worth going the Demon strategy if you don't have Bedfellows. It feels like it's not. Unless you're just given like a 2-star Terror Blade really early on in the game, in the first 10 rounds. I can't see how it's worth going for. As, yeah, he's going to sell everything, and we're going to get up to 30 gold as Shaw. Sleepwalker's also there, so... Ooh, Hearts managed to get to 30 gold as well, despite being in 3rd place. That's pretty good. Well, the economy looking very solid for Heart right now. Take a look at him versus Bullet Time. He is running 4 Knights, albeit they're not necessarily all together. Well, now they are. And should win this one pretty easily. Good old 4 knights early on. A lot of damage reduction. Pat gets up to 5 wins in a row. He lost the first round. He's won 5 since. Looks like Hart does pick up the 3-win streak. So, yeah, that economy is really good. Markus continues to be on top, though, at 6-0. Obviously, at 8, it will reset after, but still, certainly benefiting. As we're going to enter round 10 now. So we'll keep an eye out to see what people progress with their items. Honestly, Markus would love the coordinated assault, which would be very good for him right now, it feels like still. He could get the druid item as well. Wouldn't be too bad, considering he has both a 2-star tree and a enchantress right now. I suppose he wouldn't mind that. I think coordinated assault he would love, though. So we'll see what Markus gets. And obviously everyone else. Once the round truly finishes. Need to order some lunch here soon.
Yo. Yo. Yo.
Yo.
Yo.
Everyone's. Oh, that's brutal. Shaw losing to that round 10. That's a brutal one. Like round 15 with the Wolves, understandable, but yeah, we're losing to round 10. That really feels bad. I suppose. I think he got Smuggler, which honestly isn't a bad item to get considering he lost. Markus ends up getting a Blade Mill for his Tusk. Pat picks up a Mask of Madness for the Drow. Hart gets, I want to say Smuggler as well. Xeril, I believe, also gets Smuggler, so a lot of that going on. Heartlock gets, what's the Octarine Essence? Bullet Time. I believe he got the Octarine Essence as well. Shaw is the one that lost. Sleepwalker gets Brawny. Do we have any kills? Juggernaut with 2 kills. There's no one Beastmaster, though, so it's a later round Brawny with not many kills to work with. Still potentially pretty good, but kind of sucks getting it when you don't really have that many kills added up already. And I don't think he's winning this round, unfortunately. Running into some assassins. Xeril? Not sure how to pronounce that name. Xeril? Guess we can go with Xeril. All right, Markus still remains on top, though. Is at 7-round win streak now. So again, one more round, then he will reset after. As far as the benefit goes. I mean, Blade Mill is great. It's Tusk at 1 star certainly wouldn't be that good, but being that he's 2 stars is really good. I'm a little surprised he just doesn't have it on the tree, to be honest, though. You'd figure just swapping the Chainmail around with the Blade Mill. Because to me, at least, Blade Mill on a unit that's going to survive as long as possible is the most efficiency, right? So, and certainly your tree is going to survive longer than the Tusk. So that I'm a little suspicious of, but overall, of course, I mean, this is a Lord of the Spire player. I'm not, I'm not going to sit here and say he's absolutely wrong. I'm just giving what I would do, being a boss player. So take that how you will, but in my mind, that makes sense. Did he just lose? No, he won. Okay, so yeah, he's on the 8-round win streak now, and there's the reset. But you look at the economy, he is at 50 gold. He's joined by a couple of others. I still think Hart's in a really good spot. Yeah, he's been on the 7 now. Oh, no, that's not Hart. That's Pat. But Hart at 4-4 has made it over 50 economy, which is not too shabby considering. Your game's delayed? Wow, you still haven't started your game? Jeez. Weren't they supposed to start like 20 minutes ago? Yeah, that's kind of one of the problems with this system is this is why when people say, like, oh, just have somebody designate to hosting the event or to hosting each party and then, you know, that'll be a lot quicker, more efficient. I mean, that's what they're doing here, right, where I think this is an example of why it's not necessarily the case. And I'm not saying that the host leaders are the ones that are at fault. It's just So when I run my tournaments, I'm able to just say, all right, this person isn't showing up. Okay, well then this person's now coming in, rather than having to worry about each individual lobby and all over the place. So they're kind of having to, the admins are kind of having to do what I do anyways, just from game to game. So again, I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. I'm just saying I'm giving an idea of why I personally just do it like I do for my events, as far as each lobby one by one, rather than trying to just have them all set up at the same time and hoping that it works. So Markus keeps the wins going, as we're now around 14. Sleepwalker already under 50 life, as at 0-9. Trying to, okay, what does he have now? He has 6 warriors out. Double Savage, double Brawny. It's the one with the Brawny item, right? Yeah. So we have not the most kills, though, on the couple of Brawny. He actually doesn't have a Beastmaster, does he, either? So, yeah, might get his first win, though. I think we're going to see his first win. Up against Heartlock. It looks like you're waiting for a caster? Oh, yikes. That's unfortunate. Waiting on players is one thing, but waiting for a caster? Yeah. So Chaos won 3-0 in the grand finals. That's a bummer. Feel bad for TFT. Feel bad. Those people in chat that have no clue what I'm talking about, but I'm sure there's some that do. Anyways, back to this game. We're on the round 15 now. As we got the Wolves. And when running 7 Warriors, I don't think he's too concerned. Certainly should be an easy one for Sleepwalker, at least. Wait, Sleepwalker or not? Oh, yeah, he did win, right? Yeah, he won the last round. Take a look at where people are shaping up with their alliances. So a couple of nice strategies between Heart and Heartlock. Markus, he's been running Warlock, Druid, Savage, Troll, so... Oh, and he just got Coordinated Assault. I mentioned that for round 10. He gets it at round 15. I mean, that's big, considering he has a 2-star Witch Doctor and a Bat Rider already. That is a big pickup. And yeah, these alliances don't scream like somebody that should be in first place, but it really goes to show you there's so much more than just simply going for very specific alliances. And he gets a Necrophos there, it looks like. Okay, yeah, he replaces a Necrophos in to keep the Warlock buff, but certainly a better unit. What other items did we get, by the way? Sleepwalker did get Unstoppable, so that's good. Looks like a Sacred Relic for Hearts. Not sure for Pat. Oh, Pat got a Blink Dagger. He hasn't put on anyone yet, though. Pat's versing Markus right now. And yeah, Markus just seems like a very difficult one to destroy. Do any damage to even. Yeah, second place Pat can't even touch Markus, so see Markus easily winning on his side as well. Other items, Basher for Heartlock on the Luna. We mentioned Sleepwalker, who has now won 2 in a row and is actually moving up a little bit. Bullet Time picked up... oh, Bullet Time got Brawny as well. Doesn't have any Brawny units out there. Ouch. That's not a good item. That was a bad item pickup, but my guess is that he just doesn't really have anything else better, I suppose. Shaw gets a Sacred Relic, and then Zerol picks up a Blade Mail himself. But Zerol going all in on the Assassin. 6 Assassin strategy. I mean, this could work mid-game, but he only has a couple 2-stars. That's concerning. See how he does against Heartlock. The Knights of Heartlock, and it is not going to look good. Yeah, this is... I've run plenty of Assassins myself, but you really need to... The only way it's going to work is if you get those 2-stars early on.
Yo.
And I mean, 2-star Bounty Hunter doesn't even count. Bounty Hunter feels pretty bad. Like, ideally, like a 2-star PA, 2-star Slark would be big. You know, getting a Mask of Madness, obviously, can help this strategy a lot, too. Odd Year, Slark specifically, so you need a lot of things to kind of come together. Not in a good spot, Xero. But again, this format is very interesting too, where you're not necessarily just playing for first place. Every spot has their certain amount of points that you get, so even if that means making adjustments just to try to last long enough and not get, you know, last place, 7th place, 6th place even, is something to think about. Markus really is set up in a good spot, though. He's got another win streak going at 4 now. What if it's bullet time? Oh, man. Tossed the tree. He hooked the tree in, and he tossed him back again. So this tree's just going to throw around like a rag doll, but it doesn't matter. Three-star tree is a beast. And Pat wins his side. Heartlock has the DK. Yeah, so it does have Dragon Synergy on Heartlock. Only a 1-star DK. Does have one sitting on the bench, though. Speaking of economy, it's looking very healthy for everyone. No one's dipped too far. Obviously, you have quite a discrepancy of life pool, though, but... So Heartlock does against Shah. Yeah, level 1 DK. A little bit underwhelming. Even with the Dragon Synergy. Surviving a little bit longer, but not long enough. Shah will do some damage to him. Looks like it's going to be 4 damage. Markus, no surprise, keeps the wins going. You see that Batrider. I mean, this is one of the things, like, Batrider's not a unit. It's just, you don't think is going to be dealing a ton of damage, but this is evidence right here. Certainly a unit that can. I mean, again, has great synergy. Does a troll buff on top of the coordinated assault item. And now picks up a Troll Warlord. So certainly he's going to try to fit that Troll Warlord. Did he just sell the bat? Wow, okay, so he's committing to a Troll Warlord over the bat. Troll Warlord does give him Warrior synergy, too, so it certainly is a much better Alliance unit. But it's kind of funny just seeing, commenting on the Batrider and how much damage he was doing, and he just sells it right there, but it obviously is a good change. Your Troll Warlord is certainly going to deal even more damage, and provides the Warrior buff on top of that, so makes plenty of sense. All right, so that was the item round. So what have we seen? I have Scotty on Medusa for Markus. Pat picks up a Vanguard, I want to say. Yeah, I believe we got the Vanguard. Heartlock gets, the Wicked Intent. Currently doesn't have anything out there, though. Heart gets another Sacred Relic. Shaw picks up a Maelstrom for his Troll Warlord. Sleepwalker gets an Eye of Scotty. Xerol gets a Refresher for the Queen of Pain 2-star. Interesting. And... Bullet Time looks like he got a higher class of Criminal. We'll watch Bullet Time against Sleepwalker. What's Bullet Time got going, alliance-wise? He was running Mages. Only a 1-star Elena, though. Well, matched up against the Sleepwalker Warriors. You'd think that's pretty good, and it looks like it is shaping up pretty good. Shadowfin gets hooked in, though. This is going to be close. Troll Warlord. He's going to die off there. Pudge kind of just chilling because of the disarm. Hook is not going to matter. Or maybe with Unstoppable? No. Okay, he kills Lena, but in the end, is Bullet Time surviving. Several players starting to dip now. Getting low there. 25 life on Xerol and Sleepwalker. Round 25 is where we usually start to see the beginning of the ends. second. Oh. Oh, look at that. I suppose we have an overlay. I wasn't even aware. Let me see what I can do with this. Give me a second here, as that's another victory. Markus keeps his streak going. Oh, I see. I'm doing now. Oh, it's all good. All right, anyways, so Markus, yeah, it's, what is he, 14-0 now? 16-0 even. So he has another 8 win streak going. So again, it's going to reset, but that's not a big deal. He's even got the skilled synergy fixed in. He's level 9, and he's, I got to assume, maybe even the first one to hit that. Heart also level 9, but obviously a very healthy economy, as we're now at round 23 at this point in the game. Alright, I'll put the overlay on in between the games. Make it more official. For the Board Battles tournament, baby. $2,000 prize pool ultimately on the line. This is just a qualifier, though. One of 8 qualifiers that's going to be taking place. As Markus now against Bullet Time. That corner strat of the Mages. Mages could do something here. It's only a 2-star tree as well. But never mind. It really is not enough. It's just, God, Markus just has such a good strategy going right now. He obviously, dare I say, he got a little lucky with that coordinated assault pick up at round 15, I think was key. And yeah, having a Medusa now with the Eye of Scotty, who, by the way, there was a slight nerf, wasn't it, where it still works with the split shot, but there's only the 2 arrows now instead of 3, because it used to be 3, right? So I know she got that nerfed in the last patch, but still, certainly beneficial. Or did they remove the... Did they remove the attack modifier working with split shot altogether now? No, I'm forgetting. Well, either way. Being used there. Let's see how Xerol does with the Assassins. That Refresher Queen of Pain at 15 life. Going to try to make it to round 25 at least. Am I going to cast at TI? Probably not. Raku. I did not cast any major events this year, unfortunately, so don't think I'm getting invited. Xerol should be able to win this, yeah. He's got that 2-star Slark working. And the Refresher Co-op's certainly plenty of damage as well. So this is what I mentioned with the Assassin strategy. It's, you need to get those 2 stars online sooner than later. And he's got the 2-star PA, the 2-star Slark. Ideally, would replace the Bounty Hunter with... honestly, I like Morphling better. I know people don't like Morphling, but I feel like Morphling having the AoE for the waveform is just going to make him a better assassin in general, but to each their own. The front line's also solid, I suppose. So I have a Kunkka thrown in there. Double human as a result. But 3 players at 7 live. Jesus, that's what just happened. So this is a very important round 25 that we have coming up right here. We have Bullet Time, Shaw, and Sleepwalker. Now again, it's pretty important in terms of 8th place is much different than 6th place because how the points work. So it's not a lot of points in the end. It's, I believe, so 8th place you get 0 points. I believe 6th place you get 4 points, but still, it's a difference. So certainly playing just to bump up some seeding, even if they're not planning to get 1st place, is important. All right, let's take a look at some items as we have round 25 now happening. Right, Bullet Time just gets a day gun. Shaw picks up a Radiance for the Alchemist, which is great. Sleepwalker, he gets a day gun as well. Xerol picks up a Basher. Heartlock gets an Eye of Scotty. Pat, I believe, gets a Forest Staff. I still have yet to see Forest Staff work too well, but Basher picked up on Heart, and Markus, what did Markus get? Markus got a higher classic Criminal. Why not? It's funny because he's already level 9. So it's kind of... How does this work when you're level 10? Does it like give you even higher odds, like as if you're level 11? I actually don't know that. Which I suppose if it does, and it's still very good to get this later on. We'll watch. It does? Okay. Well, there you go. I never even thought about that until just right now. So it just increases the percentage for the Tier 5 units. What's up, Roasted? This is looking suspect. He's going up against Sleepwalker and the Warlock strat, but the Troll Warlord's still very healthy. Yeah, even with the Midnight Pulse, he has his own Warlock synergy working. I mean, this Troll Warlord's not taking damage. I almost thought he had a Mask of Madness for a second, but no, it's his own Warlock synergy that's benefiting. And it ends up being fairly easy in the end. So we do have our first elimination. Bullet Time goes out in 8th place, unfortunately. Just could not recover. And running the Mages. Mages just still feels like one of the more difficult alliances to run effectively. So Bullet Time, unfortunately, ending with 0 points in the first round of the tournament. Let's take a look at Shaw and Sleepwalker where they're at. So Shaw got that Radiance on his Alchemist. I do like where Shaw's at item-wise, but he has a lot of 1-stars. He's going to be matched up against Xerol, the 6 Assassins. That Gyrocopter's dead. Oh, we got that's big. He gets the cooldown off. That might be a big difference. Techie's bomb in the midst of it, going exploding there. Kunkka, he's manned up, but he eventually falls, and it's just Queen of Pain and Sand King now. Quap's dead, Sand King also going to die. Yeah, this is a victory for Shaw. Man, getting that Gyrocopter cooldown was, pretty big. Sleepwalker will also survive, though, and Heartlock takes some damage, dropping down to 8 life. So we have some more bump. Ooh, Markus took some damage, finally. Who did he take damage from? Assassins? Oh, wow. That had to be Xerol, wasn't it? Xerol? I believe that is. Yeah, so he must have taken damage from Xerol there the first time this game. I mean, he's still at 93 life, but showing that it's possible. It's possible to lose some life. We have our first level 10 is Pat. Let's watch Shaw. Once again, at the 7 life. Now against Markus, so a bit more difficult, probably. Ravage didn't hit the Gyrocopter, though. Can he call down? It's not going to matter. This is going to be an elimination. Shaw's going to be knocked out, likely in 7th place. Runs into the tough matchup that is Markus. Sleepwalker is going to live. He's going to win his round. How about Heartlock? Heartlock wins his round. Pat and Xerol lost their rounds, and so does Heart, so they lose some life. Still in it. Yeah, it gets a Lich there, too, so he has a Heartless synergy going. Lich, Enigma, and Titan, you're right. I suppose that that higher class of Criminal is certainly working. He's still level 9. He's almost a 10, though. He's at 60 gold. I wouldn't be surprised if he just forces 10. Or no, he's just going to level up twice, I believe he did there. Yeah, just he's not in a rush. So he's going to sit comfortably. He can level up twice next round and get to level 10. Then he can... Well, he doesn't really have anything to put out, does he? Could just put out another Lich. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose. Sleepwalker will watch this time around. Has that frontline 1-star Enigma, so it's pretty susceptible. Dagon Nuke doesn't even kill the CK. He finally dies, though. Doom already up. Doom himself getting low, though. The unstoppable proc. Medusa's able to gaze. And versus Heart, Sleepwalker's going to start overrunning him. So Sleepwalker certainly going to live. Heartlock, he also wins his round. Pat. Ooh, Pat is going to lose. His Medusa cannot do enough damage. And Xerol also just got knocked out right there. So that's pretty important because Pat is also... No, he gets down to 2 life. Xerol falls in 6th place. So he'll end with 4 points for the first round. Pat is down to 5th place currently at 2 life. What is Pat running? But it is round 30 now. As he gets level 10 and he mixes in the skilled synergy. Brings out the Tide with the Medusa. He does have a blink on techies, which I love. Granted, it's a casual techies. And then he's not bringing in any synergy, but certainly with the blink dagger worth to run. Yeah, 4-staff. Back to the 4-staff item, man. I would love to see the way to make 4-staff used effectively. Because right now, with currently how it works, I just don't see it. It seems like it could screw you more than help you so many more times. I 100% agree. I've mentioned that. Like, literally after it first came out, I said that. I was like, it needs to work the furthest target away gets pushed forward. That would make the most sense to me, but it's not. All right, items. Pat gets a data list. Sleepwalker gets a refresher for his Enigma. That's pretty good. Right? Yeah, I think that's what he got. Radiance. Radiance for Heartlock. He's figuring out who to want to run it on. Hart gets a pipe. That could be good too. Markus gets a Maelstrom. We got the Maelstrom for the 2-star Troll Warlord. Pretty good. So we'll watch Pat. He's going to spread out quite a bit. Yeah, he's going to be using the Force Staff. So the Techies is going to blink in. Does he get the mine down? Ran half mana, of course, and it looks like he should be able to. There's a Ravage right before Tadano dies. There's the mine. Explosion goes off, doing some good damage. Kunkka ship through as well. But I don't think it's going to work out in the end. Heart just too strong. Those Knights, hard to break through. It's a 6-Knight strat, right? Yeah, sure is. And Pat's going to be knocked out in 5th place. Yes, Pat falls in 5th. Sleepwalker gets knocked out right after in 4th place. But again, and Heartlock goes down in 3rd. But again, that is significant with the point system. Heartlock manages to get the 3rd place points despite losing that round right there. Triple knockout. And we're now down to just Hart versus Markus. Something tells me Markus is in a really good spot. Hart does get to level 10. And he gets a naked Enigma out there. I guess it's another Warlock, so not really naked. Frontlining a 1-star Enigma, though. We'll see if this works.
The odds before.
Level 3 CK. That's true. Level 3 Chaos Knight with the Knight strat. That might. I'm worried that Enigma's going to die before Midnight Pulse, so. Nope, no, we got it down. Not a great placement, but still. Chain Frost bouncing around. That CK is still alive. It's going to be dropping here, though. The Dragonite, can he do enough damage? The answer is no. And did he just lose there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, plus 3 is 14 damage. He's still alive. 16 damage even. So he's down to 2. But I don't see the place where it's a good spread out for Markus, to be fair. Markus, obviously going for the matchup play. He's positioning very well. He's taking advantage in terms of not clumping up, for the what is he? I guess Enigma's Midnight Pulse is the biggest thing, huh? I guess Luna's auto attacks too. That's why you'd want to spread out quite a bit. Very interesting positioning. Well, Lord of the Spire player versus a Big Boss 2. So slightly more experience there. We'll watch Hart once again. Disruptor goes down before Static Storm. And that Static Storm on his Witch Doctor and Necrophos hurt too. Yeah, that's going to be it. So Markus will take 1st place. Very decisive win for him. He goes overall 23-2. I think it'll update to. And then, yeah, you got Hart finishing 2nd. So Hart getting 2nd place. That's still, 13 points, I believe, in the point system. Hey, not too shabby. Still something to be happy about. But Markus was not losing that game. He had a 16-17-0 start, I want to say. Like I said, the early coordinated assault with the trolls already running, everything just seemed to come together for him. So very well played, very good at positioning, etc. in the victory for Markus. So